bombshell, late Queen's ultimatum was only 3 words, terrifying Harry and Meghan. As we know, Harry and Meghan moved to America and left the royal family, even doing many things related to and negatively affecting the royal family. But few people know that, before leaving the royal family, they received a brutal 3-word ultimatum from the late Queen. Join us in watching this video to find out exactly what happened. They bring me back, UK channel. The Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy defiantly quit the royal family and moved to the US back in 2020. But before their grand departure, the couple claimed they wanted to carry on working for the firm as part-time royals. However, that arrangement did not meet well with the late Queen Elizabeth, who is believed to have told Harry that there was no room for half jobs and dealt him a brutal 3-word ultimatum that they would either have to be in or out. Following their decision, the royals gathered for a meeting in what is now known as the Sandringham Summit, where they discussed the couple's future. After the summit, the late Queen announced, "Today my family had very constructive discussions on the future of my grandson and his family. My family and I are entirely supportive of Harry and Meghan's desire to create a new life as a young family. But the couple's desire to be part-time royals was unacceptable. Harry and Meghan have made clear that they do not want to be reliant on public funds in their new lives." The late Queen then wished them happiness in America. Analyzing this incident, the fact Queen Elizabeth died made no change to the document. They were generously given a year after leaving to make sure that is what they wanted to do. At the short-sighted time the Sussex never anticipated, they would lose their celebrity appeal and find themselves in trouble. Charles isn't the softie the media presents him to be. He takes the summit seriously, as does William. What's done is done. And our late Queen was a lady of loyalty and truth and service. Our King will honor our late Queen. It is set in stone. Our King said he wished Harry and Meghan all the best with their lives in Canada. Not only that, the Queen was always worried how he would turn out, being a bit slow and lacking in personality, so Harry got away with a lot, and after all the cover-ups, the help, and Granny pushing buttons to promote him through the ranks. This is how he treated the Queen. No wonder she was angry. After all, Harry still decided to leave, leaving his beloved grandmother and family behind. But what? But his greed is still very much there. Meghan and Harry, they are still at it. Half jobs! No jobs. Paid for nothing. Moaning about nothing. Being paid for moaning about nothing. By now, they intend to return to the royal family. Surely, the money has to be running out with the desperation to get back here, but they have to be thick not to think that they are despised anyway, and most people will never give them any respect. They really should be held up for treason. Before, when they left, Harry and Meghan had made clear that they do not want to be reliant on public funds in their new lives. And yet here is Harry wanting to scrounge off public funds for his security costs. Did he forget what he promised? How convenient. I believe King Charles would never go against what his mother had decided. Cast in stone, that one. I think one of the other options was that they had 1 year if they wanted to change their minds. But Meghan had no intentions. She just wanted to get to America and make a fortune, which could have been her cunning plan right from the get-go. Furthermore, we can know very well that they're given 1 whole year to think, but they decline and continue trashing the family by producing Netflix, documentaries, books, and interviews to tell the world how hard their life was in the palace. They were given every chance, even given a year to make it, and they decided to leave, so bye-bye and enjoy your exile. And they still think they should be given the high they want now that their ventures didn't turn out exactly what they had expected. Every action has consequences, Harry. You want out? You got it. Now, just leave the royal family alone. They don't want you back as part of the team. Do you feel the same as me? Brutal three-word ultimatum? Brutal were Harry and Meghan to start with, announcing they would step down from duties and move outside the kingdom. Her late Majesty's reaction in or out was common sense, and probably most people would have told them the same. That's a nice, pithy statement. How nice. Well deserved. Goodbye, Harry. No more titles for you. No more placement in the line of succession right behind the Wales children. No more offices of the Crown, such as Councillor Royal. It is a fact that Edward and Sophie tried to carry on working, but it didn't pan out and they became full-time royals. Harry and Meghan, however, wanted to exploit the royal family connection for huge sums of money in the US, and I think the Queen foresaw the problems in store. They were given 5 options and a year to decide, but carried on regardless with their desire to make money and out of reach of the rules and protocols of the monarchy. They left with a lot of ambition. Probably with the Queen's previous decision, nothing brutal about it. The late Queen realized that a part-time position wouldn't work, especially the way the duo planned to monetize all of it, so they were told they had to choose whether they wanted to be royals or celebrities. In particular, we must praise our Queen. The late Queen was very astute and knew exactly what she was dealing with. Her edict should remain firmly in place and adhered to. Self-serving, middle-aged adult children must learn responsibility and accountability for their actions, regardless of demands, tantrums, and whining. Also before, our monarch gave them choices. Now, Harry thinks he can manipulate his father as the Harry and Meghan brand in the US is supported by a few woke celebs. They are wasting their time thinking about Meghan's workload. If 72 engagements against our monarch's more than 72 years can reach some pull in their popularity anywhere. They're panicking and need new material for their earnings, and we all know the only thing giving them their millions is off the back of abusing our royal family. It would be great if they were blanked out of media attention. Stop all these endless pics every time one of them breaks the wind. I'm sick of them and would welcome a break from these endless reports, which are not newsworthy at all. Britain has decided to wash its hands of them. Should Charles, however, decide otherwise, that is up to him, but he needs to expect his own popularity to plummet, as well as overall respect for the whole royal family. It seems I can feel that King Charles loves his boy and is missing out on the joy of being a grandpa. One day, Harry will wake up and look at the old bag laid next to him and wonder what he has done. How did he ever end up with it? Harry has alienated his family and denied his children the joy of grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Harry will go to his grave regretting his actions. He will never rest. Until now, how more disloyal can Harry and that thing he married be towards the late Queen's in or out wishes, instructions? Now they're trying to bulldoze Charles. What is worse is his son trying to use the King's illness to get his way. And after everything that has happened, they want to return to the UK. They used many calculations to find a way to return to the UK. That's why Harry is keen to have a home in the UK, wanting to live here half the year where his children can get to know family and cousins, and Meghan is reportedly looking for a PR agency to improve her image in the UK. Wonder why there's no chance of ever coming back here. You forget they're coming in May for Invictus Games. It's easy to understand when the reason Harry is so disliked is because of his behavior toward his supposedly beloved grandmother. He didn't love her, or he would not have ignored her invitation asking him to come to Balmoral. It seems he loved her about as much as he loved Prince Philip, King Charles, and his brother William. Funny sort of love. Moreover, in my opinion, Harry's wife Meghan, instead of doing ridiculous things, the Meghan would do well to try and emulate Catherine, who is natural and with guile. Catherine does not hide her children the way that the Markles hide their alleged children. They have much to hide, but not for long. The truth about them will come out. Honestly, is anyone watching this video thinking that the Queen should have said a firm no and then allowed Harry to choose? He could then have forfeited his titles like Edward did to marry Meghan. However, it is well documented that Harry threatened his grandmother of prejudice of a certain kind toward Meghan. The same prejudice they throw around regularly to try to shock. At the time, I didn't ID it, but it seems probable, since everything this pair have done since has been to use the British royal family as bait for their own selfish gain. The Queen could and should have stopped the marriage, but these two would still have caused trouble because it's the only way they can survive and feed their insatiable greed for fame and fortune. If this was all true, then Harry didn't deserve to be happy after what he had done. Yes, above is information about the incident where Prince Harry and Meghan Markle received a brutal 3-word ultimatum from the late Queen. Do you agree or disagree with this action of the Queen? And did that couple deserve to be treated like that? Leave your thoughts below in the comments section. Don't forget to give us a like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Now goodbye and see you again.